Hi, I'm Edison.
In DC.
And welcome to Femmes React. We are going to watch the trailer for
You Are My Favorite.
You Are My Favorite. When this trailer was revealed, there was a bit of a stir because of the randomness of this couple. Chris is a bit controversial. I think there were allegations of his homophobia. I think there are flags there with his previous social media posting and that he decided to not do BL again, but is now back in a BL. So I'm kind of like interested to see what's going on there. And there's Mike who broke up. He didn't break up, but there was some sort of weird falling out with Top Tap. So this pair is like really out of the blue. Like Mike is done with Top Tap, Krista's back in BL, and they're together for this show. I am confused, at least, like what these two are doing here.
I don't know the names. I don't know the actual names. So
Krista is the guy from Sodas. He's RT.
Oh, yeah, oh, him. Okay, well, I don't know. That makes me sad that he's...
I think it's just like hard to conclude if we don't know the person and if it's just one post taken in a certain context.
Like, he's not off the hook for me, but I have some I'm reserved. Like, I have some what's the word? I have some reservations at this restaurant about him. So, and also like I have reservations about Mike. Why are you breaking up with Top Tap? Why did you unfollow him? Top Tap is such a cute little soul puppy. He could never do wrong. He's a great dancer. You guys danced together. You guys acted so much together. Why aren't you friends anymore? Like, what did you do to this innocent sweet boy? I'm suspicious of Mike, but...
Okay. I can see that now.
But I'll still watch this trailer, just to see, you know, I'll just give you guys a chance.
Let's go.
มีไรนะแต่กูเจอของบางอย่าง
Okay, he's found a magic snow globe thingy.
ถ้าลูกแก้วอันนี้ช่วยมึงย้อนเวลาได้จริง
Oh, time travel?
กูอยากกลับไปรู้จักเธอคนนั้นก่อนจะสายไป
Huh? What's too late? What? Time travel? Okay, Torfan. I hope you don't die again. Like...
ถ้ากูแก้ไขเหตุการณ์ในวันนั้นได้ปัจจุบันกูอาจสมหวังสวัสดีแพรไหม
The time travel thing, and I'm always lukewarm to time travel stories.
Really? I like time travel stories.
No, because always with the time travel stories, there's always like they use time travel as a crutch to like tie up stuff in the end. I don't know, it just seems so neat. And then, we accidentally went back and did this other kind of stuff. So I don't know.
I like time travel as a plot device if it can be done unpredictably. I think when you know the genre, it becomes a bit boring, but I really like Steins Gate and Madoka. I like time travel anime, and time travel anime is really romantic. It's like, how many times will you go back in time to save the person you love? Obviously, I don't know if this is the same premise, but there's a lot of room to have twists or explore interesting themes, like maybe like futility or coincidences or fate. So that could be interesting.
แต่กูว่าต่อให้ย้อนเวลากลับไปคนที่ไม่ใช่ยังไงมึงก็ไม่ได้เขา
That's also a good point. Like, you know, you can't really change the outcome if she'll never be into you.
yes เช้าแล้ววะ
Huh?
ปีแสง
กูเองทำไมมึงคิดว่าเมื่อคืนมันออกใครหรอ
Huh? It's like shaved, so it's like a new mic.
Yeah, so like he looks so different without his goatee and shaved and stuff like that. I remember I really, really liked him in Theory of Love. I really liked him as like a Theory of Love, his little side character and him going after the other professor and just...
So did he time travel into an alternate universe where he's gay with Mike? Is that what's going on here? Can you time travel, change the timeline and be queer?
See, there you go. If you're the Flash with the Flashpoint...
I don't know what's going on.
That's a DC Comics nerd thing. It's the Flash messing with the timeline again.
Look at us taking like obscure references outside of BL.
มันเกิดขึ้นได้ไงวะ
ก็เมื่อคืนมึงเหงา บอกให้กูมาหา
ไม่จริงอ่ะเนี่ย
This doesn't help his homophobic rumors.
เมื่อคืนเราสองคนมีอะไรกันอะ
So weird out of his facial hair.
I agree. It's so weird seeing someone without facial hair for the first time.
He broke my brain with just a simple shave.
Yeah, but it's the same with anyone else who shaves, who's had like a beard for a long time. You're just like, oh, that's your face? But it just takes a while to get used to, I think.
Yeah.
It does take a while to get used to. I hope I will get used to it.
Oh, yes, Daddy.
Wow, he looks really good there.
อยู่คนละเดียวกับแพร
เฮ้ย อย่ามายุ่งกับกู เพราะกูก็ไม่อยากยุ่งกับมึง
แล้วกูยุ่งกับมึงตอนไหน กูเพิ่งรู้จักมึงเนี่ย
เอาเป็นว่ามึงอย่ามาชอบกูก็แค่นั้นแหละ
What a natural at acting homophobic. Okay, gonna snip that in the bud. Okay. Oh my god, this is Mike from Together who likes stalking his crush.
ช่วยไม่ได้ ก็มึงยุ่งกับกูก่อนอะ
Oh my god. He plays this part so well. The kind of stalking, like, I like you.
Yeah, Mike is very in that.
ระหว่างเรามันเป็นแบบนี้ไปได้ไงวะ
กูก็ไม่รู้หรอก แต่ที่แน่ๆ เราสองคนก็มีความสุขด้วยกันดีไม่ใช่หรอวะ
แต่กูว่าแบบนี้มันไม่ถูกต้อง
ขอโทษนะ แต่เวลาเปลี่ยน เราก็เปลี่ยนนะ
At least Torfron's still
เว
alive.
ลาเดี๋ยวเพราะใคร
แต่แพรใหม่คือคนที่กูชอบ ไม่ใช่มึง มึงเข้าใจไหม กูจะแก้ไขทุกอย่างที่ผิด จนกว่ามันจะถูก แพรใหม่
I'm guessing that his time traveling to try and get his crush resulted in him falling in love with Mike. That's kind of cute.
Is it though?
Kind of funny. Like you went to time travel, then you changed your fate, and now you're queer. Like that's great. I love that for you. Like
the more he goes back, the queerer he gets. Like the gayer he gets.
It's a crystal ball that turns you gay. Through the temptation of time travel.
And if you would just left it alone the first time,
You would have stayed hetero.
which is why I have like traveled in time many times.
I'm like, I'm not getting enough. I just gotta keep going back. Yeah, I think it's funny that his actions in trying to get prey ended up backfiring. Not backfiring. It led him down a sweeter path to Mike.
A gayer path.
A gayer.
แพรใหม่
ปีแสงกูเอง
เราชอบเธอ
กูชื่อปีแสง
อย่ามายุ่งกับกู
มึงคิดว่าเมื่อคืนมึงนอนกับใครอะ
แพรใหม่คือคนที่กูชอบ ทั้งหมดเป็นเพราะมึง เป็นเพราะมึง
Okay, but literally, was Mike gonna marry Torfan and then he's also breaking up a wedding?
I think that the whole thing with Mike and with the reason that they end up sleeping together was that he called Mike over and he was like, oh, you were lonely that night and you called me over and you chased me. I think that happened after he changed your timeline the first time. And so...
Or it's the time paradox. Over all the timelines, he falls in love with Mike and then he initiates that sexual encounter to create this time paradox because he's in love with Mike at that time.
But it also could be like in the Legends of Tomorrow, which is a CW show, which is another good show. There are some points in time. Okay, time is malleable, but then there's some points in time that are a fixed point. Certain points in time that you cannot change no matter what you do.
So he can't
Maybe
escape
that's
sleeping
it.
with Mike. I like the sort of idea of fate that they are destined to have sex and fall in love with each other.
Kind of like, love can be very romantic when it's embedded in destiny.
And so if they're meant to be together, that's kind of really cute. Is this gonna be emotionally, like, deep? Sensitive? Like, it was me all along. Storyline wise, I do find it kind of interesting. I am a sucker for time travel sometimes just because the mind play is quite fun, trying to figure out what events are in existence because of the time traveling and seeing the unexpected repercussions of how you've impacted the past. The music and the hugging at the end, and I guess his acceptance of his love kind of sold the fantasy for me. I'm like, oh, this is kind of lovely.
I'm not one for time travel, except, like, of course, I like Flashpoint and Legends of Tomorrow and then all this other kind of comic book stuff. But time travel overall, like, is just not my jam. That being said, I'm a sucker for Mike. Like, Mike, like, everything that he's been in, I like the actor. All the BLs I've seen, he's been a side romance and side character. So it'd be very interesting seeing him in the main. I'm here to see his shine. That is basically the only reason I'd watch.
Those were the feelings I would have had if Top Tap got a main role. I think they've been paired as a comedic duo and they've never kind of been seen in a romantic light. So it's really nice to see that side of Mike, you know, see that more charismatic, soft side instead of just like someone who throws like a punchline now and again. That's what I wanted to see from Top Tap. Top Tap's been on a lot of side roles. So in Sodas, you know how RT had a crush in like high school, and it's like very ambiguous if he has a crush on a girl or a guy who was played by Top Tap, and eventually the girl and the guy get together. But he feels, you know, dejected from that experience. But to me, I felt like he had a crush on Top Tap. He was going to confess to Top Tap. But to me, that was always like a fantasy that what if Top Tap and RT got together and that was a couple? Like, that's sort of my throwback. But it's not Top Tap. It ended up being Mike. There's more connection with Top Tap for me with Kirst than there is with Mike and Kirst. I just don't know where this connection or visual came from. Where they just like, we need a stalker and we need someone who is very like, oh no, I don't want to be with you. Like, he was very that in Sodas, and he's very that.
Yeah, even when his non-BL roles, he's just like, he plays a grumpy bear really good. Like, that's his jam. Like,
and all shade, Chris doesn't have much range. I feel like he needs to be in roles that are suited for him.
But that's the one thing I was getting from this, just from this preview, that Mike was on some of this charm, like when he got out the car, and like with this, I'm hoping to see like a lot more charm, not just like comedic, like follow you and stuff like that, but also like, I'm following you, but yeah.
Yeah, I can definitely see that sort of like swag, that sort of charisma, that sort of like, hey, what's up? You know, like I see that in Mike for some reason, and I kind of like it. Like, I kind of like his confidence.
Yeah.
And you don't get that when he's comedic.
It's because he shaved, and now he's like.
I think he could have that with still a beard and stuff. I don't know why he shaved for this role. Like, I don't get it. Like, he didn't need to shave. Like, he's fine with still a beard. Having a beard doesn't make you comedic. Like,
right.
I don't know. That was an interesting choice.
Yeah, I know. Maybe you're making me look sinister.
They were just like, it's got to go. You want this lead role? Say bye. And he's like, okay, I'm gonna Ned Flanders it for that one episode. All these obscure references. Okay, conclusion. I'm keen to see this just because it's time travel.
I want to support my boy Mike, finally get the shine. I think he could do it.
Okay, well, that was our reaction to You Are My Favorite. Let us know what you think about this show and give us some gossip.
Yeah, put the comments.
Alright, thank you for watching us and we'll see you later. Bye!